What's going on, man?
What's
Hey,
going on, big dog?
we back, and it feels good to be back.
Yeah, it does, man. I missed you, even though I see you and talk to you every day. I miss you on the lounge, man. What's up?
Man, I missed you. I missed this, man. I missed it a lot, man. I missed it a lot, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's good to be back, man. Well, hey guys, this is the lounge. I'm Chevalier Life. Of course, you know it's my brother Ray True Life. And hey, we're gonna be coming to y'all every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. I had a meeting tonight, so we ain't gonna start offline. I had a meeting tonight,
Yeah,
so
don't
we
don't
pushed
start
it back 30
offline.
minutes. We ain't gonna start offline. I had a meeting tonight. We pushed it back 30 minutes, but man, we are back. We are back. We are back. So many things have happened since we were out. Uh, since the last show in December. A lot of things have
Yeah,
happened. A
yeah.
lot of growth, a lot of change. Some ebbs, some flows, but it all brought us back
Some
right. Yeah.
trials, some
Some try.
tribulations, and some
Oh yeah,
triumphs.
we them damn trials and tribulations. I tell you, boy, I just can't deal with them too much. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
It is
man. I
what.
mean, it is what it is. That's all. That's all it can be. Is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, man. So what's going on, man? What you smoking tonight?
Man, right now I'm starting off with the Christoph Lajero Maduro.
Uh, uh, I am smoking uh, a, a hand roll that I got
Uh,
from
uh, uh, uh.
you know me. You know me. I got to get my uhs and my ums in there. I got to get it. I got to get it out of my system before we get going. But
What up,
I'm
Jeff?
smoking the Pilon tonight from El Jefe. Jeff is in the building.
Jeff in the building.
The star, the star of Dallas,
The
right there.
star of Dallas,
The
Jeff,
star of Dallas and beyond. He is the
world
astute
class.
gentleman, world class barber. You see that video I did in the off season? I was sitting in there. Jeff was cutting my hair, man.
Uh-huh. That was fly. That was fly. That
Hey
was
man,
fly.
let me tell you something, man. I couldn't believe that there was people. Mac the cigar advocate said we frozen. He said we're a little
It's
frozen.
uh it's a little choppy over there on what you call them on
You know,
YouTube. I mean
on
on
YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I see that. I'm looking down at it now, but it'll catch up. This is the first night back. That's why we didn't come in so prim and proper with all of the right stuff. We just gonna catch up with you guys and kind of let you know what we've had going on. There's some things that didn't change in the show. Of course, we're gonna get it off our chest at the beginning of the show, as always. The vibe is still here. I already know Ray been in the lab brewing up some new commercials and things that he been messing with. So look,
Yeah, but they're not ready to go yet. So we're
they
gonna
ain't
we're
ready to
gonna
go.
run the same commercial from
We're gonna
last
run the
season
same ones.
for at least one more week. And they're not ready to go yet. I've been working on some stuff, but they ain't ready to go
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, so
We got to talk about we got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about NOLA Cigar Fest. We got to talk about PCA. We got to talk about Pensacola Cigar Weekend. We got a lot to talk about.
hey, we also got another one we got to talk about. We got to talk about Rose City Cigar and Soul Festival, man.
Okay.
In Portland, Oregon, is a new cigar week that's coming up, and I'm going to be supporting it as an ambassador, man. So hopefully we'll get the ladies, Erica and Latanya, to come on. I was just meeting with them. Amazing group, new on the scene, but not new to promoting events. I think this is exactly what I'm looking for.
Hey
It's
man, it might
exactly
be. We'll see.
you know me. What am I about? Unity,
Unity.
unity, and I think I think these ladies offer a fresh perspective, right? I think they offer a fresh perspective, something we ain't seen in a minute, man. So,
That's
but
what's
but,
up, man.
but we got Pensacola Cigar Weekend. It's an inaugural event. Our brother Bruno Lyons
Bruno
is in
Lyons, who
the mix.
uh,
Bruno
uh
Lyons is in the
Bruno,
mix.
I'll send you the link so we can talk about Pensacola Cigar Weekend. We got to
Yeah.
get Doc on here too to talk about that.
Her
Um,
Cloud Brothers is in the building too. What's
Cloud
going on,
Brothers,
man?
what's happening?
Yeah, yeah. So
Hey,
we
but before we go any further, we gotta do this.
talk to me.
Man, it feels so good to see that little video and hear that little music again, man.
It was real fly, man. You come up with some of the coolest shit. I be thinking it'd be me, but it don't be me. It be
Nah, man, that's all me. That's all me. But
That's all
hey,
you, bro.
this toast goes to season 3, man, and having another amazing season. And we got some big things coming from the lounge. And this toast goes to us staying focused and working and making this thing grow. And to all of y'all who support us,
Yes.
just keep your eyes open and just watch. We got a lot coming.
Cheers.
Oh man.
Man, look, last year was epic. We covered a lot of ground last year. We talked about a lot of things. I think we have to kind of remind people the reason we started the lounge was based on the conversation that you and I had on a Friday that lasted for 15 goddamn hours, and we decided that we needed to create a space for men to come on and share a cigar and have some authentic communication. And it turned into the lounge. It turned into a movement that's grown. You know, here we are in our 3rd season, man. It seemed like just yesterday we started on this journey together, but
Yeah.
man, our friendship is, I think, the reason why the lounge, you know, is growing and doing as well.
Big Country, first of all, not to cut you off, but Big Country, you can kiss my ass.
Your head is still big. He said your head is not your head.
Bruno stay hey from Tampa Cigar Week. He is out at Tampa Cigar Week.
Well, you know what? Bruno be
go
kicking
everywhere.
it. He be kicking, and you know, hey, look, you know, he out there with all the sisters taking pictures.
Bruno takes pictures with
He takes
everybody.
pictures with everybody. He got a. Hold on, let me. You know, I got to do it. I'm gonna show my crock, but I got to do it. He gonna have it. You know, this is what he gonna do.
Yeah, he gonna lay the cigar on this. Yeah, don't burn your ankle.
No, I'm good, man. You know, I ain't got a bunch of hair on there. You know, I'm good. Bruno Lyon style. That's how you gonna do that.
It's coming at you, Jeff.
I tell you what, Jeff got some stuff he might want to share with us too. I don't know if he's gonna share it with us.
Move your nose, Ray. Shut up, Big Country.
Look, y'all ain't about to be coming over here starting all this nonsense tonight. This is the first night back.
First
night back. We ain't about to be arguing with nobody. We're not about to be doing any of that, man. You know, me and Ray gonna talk about some things. We got
a lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be bringing back the Herpedor Lounge real soon too, huh?
I am. I'm building my guest list, not as we speak, but over this past week, that's what I've been doing, is working on the guest list for the Herpedor Lounge for when I bring that back. It's going to be both virtual and in-person interviews. So
yes, I'm excited.
I've got some people excited to be on the show.
Yeah, you know, I'm finishing up the women's history series too. I got 2 more of those.
Okay.
What's up, Jeff?
Pretty good. What's going on, Jeff?
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man?
Chilling, man.
Hey, y'all can't be gone that long, man, from the podcast like that, dog. y'all can't do that. Y'all don't give people nothing to do, man.
Look,
we ain't gonna take breaks that long no more.
Hey,
no more.
It's like football season over with. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else to do if y'all don't. What's up, fellas?
Man, nothing, man. It's good. Man. Yeah, we chilling. We doing pretty good, man. We just relaxing. We said we would come on and kind of go easy tonight and just talk about some of the things that we doing, getting prepared for. I don't know if you got anything you ready to share with us yet, but we know you got, you got magic coming. So we wait.
I got a Christmas bag, nigga.
Christmas
bag. I had a Christmas bag of shit. Yeah, you know, my favorite thing, man, is like the hooping crane, man. You know, I ain't trying to make too much noise while I'm flying.
Right.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Yeah.
We see you when you land. That's what.
See me when I land.
Yeah.
You take off pretty and land pretty. That's how you.
Yeah.
But
man, shoot. Hey, Ray, when you go come to the studio, man.
Man, I'm working on
when y'all get back
writing right now.
You working on what?
Writing.
Right.
I'm writing.
Man, we don't work like that, man. You come to the stew. We need some beef in the stew, man. We got the potatoes and the shrimp and everything. We need some beef in the stew, man.
Man, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, come on.
It's still going to happen. The album is still going to happen.
Okay, yeah, we doing a I'm doing a with two other guys. I'm doing a project called the Three Amigos. We're doing a project, and then I got some other stuff that I've been working on for the last couple of years. We're gonna finally go ahead and put that stuff out. You know, but yeah, man, shoot, hey, look, they call me. My man, one cat man say, man, you still doing music, man? You like an old dinosaur. I said, yeah, don't get your ass kicked. Yeah, don't get your ass kicked.
Man, music ain't got no age on it.
No, don't. Sure don't.
Look, long as you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah,
that's real talk.
Yeah,
that's real talk, man. It's it feels good to be back, man. Like this is the conversations. This is the fellowship we've been needing. You know, we all been talking individually and collectively some, but this is what we've been needing, man, to get back to the lounge and get back to the vibes, get back to the smoking, you know, and the unity of it all. So
most definitely.
Yeah. So Ray, what we gonna hit them with first, man? What we going first?
Well, let's hit them with NOLA Cigar Fest first, since I think that's next.
Yeah, that's next week, ain't it?
2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks,
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
April 10th through the 13th in New Orleans, Louisiana. NOLA Cigar Fest. Yes, I know PCA is going on at the same time, but all y'all ain't going to no PCA. So
that's true.
Come on through the NOLA Cigar Fest. We got 4 days and 6 events. We got Molan Labe is sponsoring our Black and Gold Ball. So that's going to be great going on. We got a car show on the day of the festival, the main festival. We got a comedy show headlined by Toure. So, man, we're doing some big things this year.
Okay.
So go to NOLACigarFestival.com and get your tickets.
Yeah, I was told about that. So this is the second one, right?
This is the 4th year.
This is the 4th year.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. I'm off then. Yeah.
It's the second year that I've been doing the VIP boxes, but it's the 4th year.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
This is gonna be epic, man. It's an epic time to support everybody. You know, we got Pensacola Cigar Weekend coming up. May, where's Bruno? Put the dates in there, Bruno. What is it? May 29th through the.
Supposed to know this.
Man, why? I can't.
I thought it was June.
No, it's
in May
29th through like June 1st to June 2nd.
Yeah. May 29th, I believe, through June 2nd.
Yeah, through June 2nd. Yeah, it's a weekend. And Bruno put it in the thing for us, man.
He ain't watching no more. He partying that in Tampa Cigar Week.
Oh, he did us like that?
Yeah, he did us like that. It's okay though.
He'll star right now.
Don't let him talk shit about you, Bruno.
He a star. You know, he out there.
He's a star right now.
Being a star.
He's a star right now.
Yeah,
we got some of our regular people in here too. Junior Lilly, Max Cigar the Advocate, Cigars and Love Talk. Remember Cigars and Sneaks. She changed her name.
Changed her name
Cigars and Love Talk. Of course, my Keisha Watson is in here. Love that last name she got. I love that. I want to rock with that last name, Watson. I like that. Things with 3 syllables don't fucking resonate with me if it's got 3 syllables in it. That's all I'm saying. But
shut up.
Right? Man,
you know, those 3 syllables just I couldn't find my way with those. But I'm loving it.
Yeah, man. But it's great to be back. We really getting our bearings back. We took quite long of a break this time. Jeff done already chewed us out on that, so we ain't gonna take a break no more.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it.
A lot of things have happened since we've been gone.
Yeah.
A lot of things have happened since we've been gone. And I tell you what, man. Hold on.
Hit it off your chest.
another great graphic. I need to get this off my chest, man.
Come on with it.
If you let me do it this way. Let me pose a question to you guys and do it this way. This might even turn into a topic. Let's say that you're having an event. Okay.
Okay.
You have a date for this event. All right. And let's say you do VIP bags or boxes for this event, right?
I see where this is going.
And let's say you reach out to a company to sponsor
Said
said
event.
VIP box or bag. And then the company sends you a message that said that, well, the company does an event. They decide to do an event at the same time in the same vicinity as yours. Then said company reaches out to you and says, "Hey, if I sponsor your VIP boxes, can you put my event on your flyer as an alternative event?" What would you do in that situation?
Say no.
I would
Just
say
say
absolutely no, sir. I would say
What's so
absolutely.
hard about that? No, no. The answer is no.
I mean,
And why
You could quote the whole Eddie Murphy movie. I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Exactly. I was taken aback by a message that I got. I don't get it. I just don't get the.
This is why I keep my mouth closed about what I'm trying to do. I've learned that you can't talk to everybody about what you do,
That's true.
including some sponsors, because they thought your event was a great idea. And to have an event on the same weekend, they actually stole your ideas and created the event themselves for people to come to your. Now they got a choice to come to your event or go to their event.
Right. But why all that's fine, right? You do your event, that's fine. But what make you think I'm gonna tell people, hey, instead of coming to this event, my event that I'm putting together, why don't y'all go over to this other event? Ain't no sense in that for me.
Well, it some people call it joint marketing.
Now, I understand joint marketing. I understand if I have an event and you have an event, then there's possibly some way in there we can work together. Maybe combine the events. Somehow we can work together. But why would I promote your event as an alternative to my event, and we both doing 50% of the same thing?
Yeah. On the same night.
50% of the same thing.
On the same night at the same time.
Yeah, we're both involving cigars. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
We're both involving cigars. Now, the events are different events. In all encompassing nature, they are different events. Right? But this is an event that I've been planning for a year. I'm not going to promote your event as an alternative to my event at all.
Well, I mean, you telling the whole story here.
If it was an after party, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it was after party, yeah, but not to event that runs concurrently with yours. Like that's not gonna work. And I'm looking at some of the comments, man. Interesting. Cigars and Love Talk said at the same time, I believe we need to stop normalizing snake behavior and call these people out.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
that. I mean, now she gonna get Lauren going straight to the point. When people do snake type stuff, you gotta call a snake a snake or a spade or whatever
I'm
you want to call
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to have a conversation face to face because I'm going to see them in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna have a conversation face to face.
I think you should, bro. I think you should. I
Grab
think
that
it's warranted.
tablet back there, the iPad. Yeah.
First, Kingpin Luxury. Y'all can't. Everybody can fit at my event. If you get in there with your wide back ass, them man gonna be able to have.
Hey man, hey, that's what we doing, dude. We coming out shooting
Hey,
like that,
he came at me in the comments, so I had to shoot back.
dude. That's what we doing. Oh boy. Okay, if that's what we doing,
I got to return fire.
you got to return fire on them. Okay, keep shooting, bro. Keep shooting.
All right, bro. Take it easy. All right. Yeah. That was that wasn't no B-52 bomb you dropped. That was but returning fire. If you're gonna go ahead and let it light him up, light his ass up.
I just
Just tap him a little bit.
yeah. Hey now, it's a hey now. It's a hey now.
Yeah, one of the ones that hit it right here and make him go back like this.
Yeah. Okay.
The thud. Hey man, look.
You remember in Blade when the dude was standing up when the one Blade, I think it was 3, when the dude was standing on the other side, and he was like, I can shoot him right now. And he goes, hey, he got you. And Blade had to, yeah, I got you. So watch out. I can fire now.
Man, look. You get it off your chest though. Get it off your chest, bro. Get it off your chest, man.
I mean,
Kitty
it's off the chest until I see him. Then I'm gonna just have a conversation with him, and I don't want to air him out right here because
no, because you don't know how the conversation gonna go. It might be a positive conversation after we, It won't be positive if you air him out like that.
It won't be because of the random messages, that I keep getting.
Yeah.
Like why would you keep sending me flyers for your event that I have an event on the exact same night? Like I'm gonna not go to my event and show up to your event. What's wrong with you?
Man, people do that kind of shit, man.
They do that. It's that.
I just respond with the flyers for my event. So
yeah. That's how you do it. That's a good response.
That's how you get.
That's the best response until the event is over.
Yeah, or until y'all have your conversation. And I think once I told you when we talked about this the other day, once y'all have y'all conversation, you may, you'll see who you're dealing with. You got to look at the audience that you have. You got some members of that organization that do things one way, the other ones do the other. So I think when you have your audience, you'll get some clarity and you should be okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there.
We'll see when we face to face how that goes. Anyway, that's what I had to get off my chest, man. I just sometimes I just needed a second opinion.
Well, I tell you what, I got something to get off my chest, and we don't have to go to the topic of politics, but I told you guys after the election, the day after the election, I went to work, and I don't want to make it a racial thing because it's not a racial thing, but I remember these white guys that I work with at General Motors were like, we walked in, everybody, people it was really quiet that day, abnormally quiet, after the day after the election, and so all of a sudden you start seeing these guys riding around. We have these big tuggers that pull parts around. They ride around with Trump flags on the thing, which is no big deal to me. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the guys, for probably the next week or so, it's going to be unlimited overtime. Oh my God, shit is going to get good. Now we got our country back. I looked at him. He had stopped at one of the stop signs, and I come walking up. I say, you you're not. I said, I don't mean to say this in a bad way, but y'all know how I am. I said, you're not the white folks that he like, right? And he's like, what do you mean by that? I said, can you hear me? You can hear me, right? He said,
You
yeah.
don't. You ain't got
I
enough
said, I
money
want to know if
qualify
you.
for that, bro.
Yeah, I said, I want to know if you can understand this. I'm not, I'm not being negative, but I'm saying I want you to know that you're not the white folks that he worried about. And he was like, I don't understand what you're saying, brother. I said, well, y'all running around here talking about unlimited overtime. What part of this motherfucker don't support the unions that you guys don't understand? What do you think that the tariffs and stuff that he's been talking about, how do you think that's going to affect us here? I said, my question to you, are you prepared to ride it out when things get rough? Because they're going to get rough. It's not going to get rough for the rich people, but it's going to get rough for you. And are you so sure that he's your candidate? Hey, man, he's all about taking America back. I said, taking it back from who? And he did like this. I said, oh, if you're going to say it all. I said, if you're going to say it all. So check it out. About a week and a half ago, I'm walking through the plant, right? Got me a Twix, Pepsi. I'm just chilling. I see him over there with his head down. So I go over there. I say, I ain't going to call his name. I say, man, where your little Trump posse at? Y'all usually sitting around here talking about how America's getting great again. Man, to be honest, man, maybe I underthought that. I said, why you say that? Shit, man. Like, man, we might not have a job. I said, so if we ain't got a job, what you gonna do? Shit, I'm gonna have to find something to do. I said, yeah. Yeah. I said, but you got people like me that's used to shit like that, and we can see it coming. I said, you didn't see the fuckery coming. There's a lot of us saw it coming. I said, you talk about people. I told them, man, they use divisiveness to get y'all inner feelings riled up. That shit that you really don't want to say, even though you call me brother. That shit that you really say when you sitting around the kitchen, that y'all be saying the words y'all be dropping in the kitchen. I said, now you're worried because your king isn't really your king. I said, do you feel used? Man, I think it's messed up that you're going there. I said, I'm just saying. I'm just talking to you because I have not seen you ride around with the Trump flag on your tugger in quite some time now, and I'm just trying to understand why you would change on the dime, why you turn on the dime like that. Now you talk about we might not have a job. I said, we ain't got no job. I'm gonna be all right though. I'm gonna smoke cigars. We get laid off. I'm smoking cigars 3-4 times a day, bro.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you what I'm not going to be doing is worrying about how he takes America back.
Maduro Melly said he can go work in the farms or as a busboy or extra labor at one of the construction companies.
He can do that and not get paid.
All the immigrant work.
And not get paid his overtime and stuff because they're gonna get him on that. But that's
hey, Kingpin Luxury joining us right quick.
Uh-oh.
Man,
what's going on, Bryson?
What's up, Bryson? That's his hairline. Man, how did you get his hairline?
Oh, man, where you go?
Oh, man.
I guess he didn't want to stay. He didn't want to stay.
I guess he didn't want to talk to us. I guess
he didn't want to stay.
Oh, shit.
It's the headphone bandit himself.
Oh, shit.
Here we go with the bullshit early in the evening.
Good evening, brothers. What's going on?
We coming back. We ain't really got no serious topic.
No, we don't have a serious topic tonight, but we are talking about some of the events that's coming up. We got
to get into one. Go on with your.
Oh yeah, come on, Grady. First of all, Grady, how's your mom and sisters doing?
Look, everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing well. Everybody's on this side of the ground, so all things are being positive.
Good.
Yeah. Hey man, what you smoking tonight, Grady?
I'm not smoking anything. I'm in the house.
And,
I thought you was the man of the house. You can't smoke in the house?
You can't smoke in the house?
No, the owners of the building say I can't smoke in the house.
Oh, okay. I thought you was the man.
You need to hold your rent back, then.
Well, I am the man, but however, I'm gonna follow somebody's rules right now.
Wait, you what? I didn't hear you. Say that again. You broke up.
You are the what?
Oh, I am the man of the house.
You said the man. You said the man.
The
man.
The man.
You need to hold your rent back.
Ray, why is you fucking with this man like that?
I'm gonna say it with my chest.
Man, stop fucking with people, man.
And I'm gonna say it with my chest.
Oh man, how you been?
You,
Grady?
you got the door closed, Grady?
Look, she ain't here. She ain't here, so I'm good. You know, all things are well.
Yeah,
I can say whatever the
okay.
fuck I want to right now. we all gonna be honest and true about it.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, before you get into your thing, Grady, we had a few more people join us. Juicy Shop She Smokes, what's going on? We got our homegirl in here, Maduro Melly, of course. Y'all seen her. Kitty Von Licious is in the building. Welcome back. Thank y'all for joining us on
Thank y'all
our.
for joining us on our first show back on season 3. Oh, Bryson back. What's going
Bryson
on, man?
is back. Bryson, I love that hair, man.
Bryson, thank you for joining. Man, I really like your lives where you do the where you do the cigar reviews live and you be dancing in the beginning. I like that show, man. Good.
Boss Talks on what they call it. Boss Talks on the Roof.
He also got boss talks on the roof. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I guess he ain't gonna be talking about.
He broke out again. He broke out. You know, he's sensitive, man, because you showing his hair without his. He don't have all his.
He got his hat on. He ain't got his wig on.
Hat on. You know. What's going on, Grady? Tell us something good. What's happening up there in Minneapolis, man?
See,
Cold.
the biggest one, right. Well, actually, we got spring weather. We're above 30.
So it's 30.
We're above 30, and we missed the major snowstorm blizzard. It got pushed south of us, so all things are going well. I officially start work for the state of Minnesota on the 9th of April. As of I got the notice today.
Oh,
congratulations, man! Congratulations, yes.
So I appreciate that. That's the biggest news that's going on here in Minnesota. At least all I care about.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, congratulations, man. We know you were trying to make some changes when we ended the season.
Yeah.
We were praying for you, bro. We were praying for you.
I appreciate it. All prayers have been answered. I got the final offer today, or I got the letter. I'll get the final offer sometime next week. But all things moving forward, the 9th of April, I'll get started on that. I do plan on reaching out to you all because we're gonna start the first Friday of every month. We're having a cigar get together, so it will give me an opportunity to highlight everyone's cigars.
Ooh, both of the black people in Minneapolis.
Look,
all three of y'all.
It's all three of us. All three of us.
Well, we ain't talking about your grandson, huh?
No, we ain't talking about your grandson. Both y'all gonna get together and smoke cigars.
You and your son go together.
He would be the fourth. So it's all three because he ain't allowed to smoke yet. His mama get upset with me. His daddy let me get away with it. His mama will have a problem with it. So all three of us are gonna be getting together on the first Friday every month, which will allow me to highlight someone's cigars each month. Because I know it require part of my investment on buying the cigars from said vendor or said creator, and to present them to the group each month.
Well, that ain't gonna hurt you because you don't need but 2 cigars.
Well, I need 3 because I'm gonna smoke 2 on myself.
Okay. So you need 3. You give 1 to the other guy, and then both of y'all sit there and talk about how you like it.
Puff, pass. Look, puff, pass.
Oh man.
So I ain't sharing no cigars, so I mean that's
that's the highlight of what's going on here in Minnesota. So
all right, man. All right.
And we don't have no more snow in the forecast, so all things are well.
That's what's up, bro.
That's what you really care about. You don't have no more snow in the forecast.
No snow in the forecast, and we get on. Let me rephrase it. I get on my tricycle here in May.
You say it right. Say it right. Say it right.
I get on my
tricycle. You're sitting up there with your big helicopter headset.
Well, so to avoid the reverb and all that shit I got last week.
Yeah, you know what? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for putting that on instead of getting all that damn back.
Yeah, you had
blowback.
You had a lot going on last week, bro.
Because when I put it on the charger where I can get the microphone is sitting in a little cup, so I get a reverb from it. So let me solve the problem because I don't want to get clicked off again, Chevalier. About
he sure did kick him off.
Wait,
So
I didn't kick him off.
yeah,
You
listen,
was controlling it, so you did kick him off for that.
It wasn't
thank
me,
you,
bro.
thank
You know,
So
you know how you be
so I'll
manipulate
have.
that kickoff button. Ray kicked you off, bro. That wasn't me. Don't let him fool
So
you.
I'm looking forward to I'm
I
looking
do it
forward to having
sometimes.
the Saint. I'm looking forward to having the Saint here to introduce the fellows here in Minnesota. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
looking
looking
forward to
forward to
having
having the
any.
Saint too.
Say truth be told, right? I'm not looking forward to having any of the Chevalier's products here in Minnesota.
Oh, you don't want no Chevalier products there.
None.
Hey,
None.
man, I
So
don't blame you because they cost money. I ain't
other than
man,
Tracy,
let me
other
tell
than
you something.
Tracy having it, I'm like, yeah, that's about it. We're gonna bring it up.
Yeah, you know, them Chevalier products cost money, man. I wouldn't mess with them either if you ain't got no money.
They cost a
They
little
cost a
something.
little money. If you look,
Right.
let me break my hat off to the side. They cost a little money if you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
listen, if you start accepting food stamps, I might get a few more people to accept.
you know what? I've been playing around with EBT, taking EBT, but I tell you what the problem is. Trump didn't cut the program, so I ain't gonna be able to take it.
Yeah.
Look, what program ain't that motherfucker didn't cut?
He,
Shit.
He
yeah,
didn't cut the
you ain't
program.
lying.
He
Hey, they
didn't cut
about
the
to
program.
start having whites only pies again.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look.
the
Start having
good
whites
thing,
only
Real
pies.
talk. Real
the good
talk.
thing
I mean,
about white only pies is we know how to cook them now.
well, you know,
Right.
You have his way. We're gonna be going through the back door again. Quit playing.
or at least the side.
Hey, let me bring something up real quick because Yul sent me this video.
Dude, it's
I had seen
8:20.
it. I had
Hit
seen
a
it.
commercial before you do it, man. Hit a commercial, man, before you do it. It's
Hit a
8:20.
commercial.
And
Yeah,
stop,
because
stop the laugh from looping.
we better we better hit a commercial and knock the vibe out before we do that one. I think that one gonna take us there.
Yeah, stop. Like you said, Jeff, stop the forward progress. Let's just go on and hit a commercial.
I just said, yeah, we better hit a commercial before we do
I
that.
wasn't gonna run none because I ain't made no new ones, but well, hell.
At ChevalierLife.com, our personalized humidors, cigar accessories, and apparel are unique and the perfect gift for yourself or your favorite cigar enthusiast. Send us any high-resolution image or logo, and we'll design your personalized humidor. Visit ChevalierLife.com for details, or go to my Instagram at ChevalierLife and simply click the link in the bio.
You happy?
I didn't think you was gonna run that one. You know, I hate that commercial.
Well, I ain't made a new one yet. So that's the one you got to deal with.
I see. Go ahead, man.
Well, you want to run the vibe? You want to run the vibe, man? Let's run the vibe.
Yeah, let's run the vibe, man. Let's run the vibe, and then we'll come back and jump in our topic, man. Everybody have a chance to relight their cigars.
Well, hold on. Why is the laugh looping?
I don't know. We not hearing it.
Looping?
You still hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might got to go out and come back in. That happens sometimes. Every now and then that happens.
I don't hear it.
Oh, you don't hear it?
He probably hearing it because it used to happen to me sometime when we be on last.
You hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it on my end. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay.
Yeah, it do that sometime. It happened to me a couple times last year.
Because if I gotta go out and come back, it's gonna shut everything down.
No. If he go out and come back, it'll do it. That's what you used to say. I was freezing up, but I wasn't freezing up last season. I had to go out and come back in.
Anyway, time for the vibe. Hey, before you start the music, man, Kingpin Luxury Cigar Access. Bryson said he can't wait till he get his humidor by ChevalierLife.com. And I just want to say, man, he gonna have the best one because he's so short. You could put his whole body on there twice vertically.
Believe it or not, it's funny you say that because I put his whole body on there.
I told you.
Believe it or not, we actually put his whole body on there. I tell you what, it's an amazing design, and with his logos and the stuff that he wanted on there, man,
look something like
I can't wait. It's close. I got it shadowed. I got it shadowed out. I didn't want you to see the tattoos.
Man, go ahead and run the vibe.
They took away from the whole Jill Saquon cigar thing. You know, that's
Man, go
my
ahead
thing.
and run the vibe.
All right, this is the vibe with Chevalier Life, Great True Life. We got our guest, Jeff from Astute. And of course, we got our homeboy up there in Minneapolis doing this thing. The vibe is that time in the show where we relax, kick back, listen to a smooth groove, relight our cigars. The track tonight comes from James P.J. Sprague, independent smooth jazz artist. It's called Move to the Groove. So relight your cigars, kick back, and feel the vibe on the lounge. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all what I'm drinking. Revolver.
They're not a sponsor, so it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter, but I put it on there. Yeah, for tonight, we'll say it.
Hey, yo, if you want to sponsor the lounge, just reach out to It's the Lounge on Instagram at It's the Lounge and DM. We are looking for sponsors. Just wait till after PCA. You're going to want a sponsor. So I'm just putting that out.
A lot of people don't understand, man. Music is a part of this culture for real, man. The cigar culture is all about that whole vibe where you sit back, smoking your cigar, having a great drink, and just chilling, you know. So that's why we do that in the show.
I'll tell you what, man. It's great that to be back. It's great to be back. It feels good to be sitting behind this computer again.
Yeah, with your finger on the trigger, so controlling that.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah, it is good to be back around, to be around good brothers.
I do have a new thing that I'm just waiting on somebody to say something, and I'm gonna light them up.
Thanks for reminding.
I made one thing. Hey, Kaiser asked you if you get your package. You?
I didn't know I had one coming. It hasn't come yet. I'll be looking out for it.
I just got a fly ass beanie with my Smoke Sip Fellowship patch in the middle. It's in the house. I ain't got it on.
I'd have it on.
I don't need it now. It's in the damn garage in my makeshift lounge.
Well, y'all know I'm getting the outside lounge. It's almost redone back here. It's all of the vegetation has been planted. We're gonna be ready as soon as this grass turns dark green. It's gonna be on.
You're the only person I know who can order full-grown plants and put it in your yard. You ain't gotta grow nothing. You can just put full-grown plants.
Y'all see world-class barber at work? Look at him at work.
Doing a little something.
At work on the lounge, doing this thing.
Yeah.
Well, I tell y'all what, that was the vibe. Let's get into our topic, man. That was the vibe.
But you ain't lying. Yeah, you're the only person I know that can take full-size trees and put them in his backyard and make them look like plants.
They've been there forever.
Not plants, it's trees.
How many palm trees are you planting? Oh,
I haven't planted any palm trees. I did all small things. Y'all know that's a passion of mine.
Your small and our small is different.
I did petunias in this year, so I got petunias growing back here right now.
When you call small, we say that's too big to put back there.
See, so she gonna front on me.
I ain't got enough grounds for that.
Let me see. Let me walk out here.
That's because you got too much trailer out there, Grady.
Yeah, you can't do that. This is what I'm starting with. This is phase one.
I got a triple wide.
That's phase one. Everything's kind of coming in. You know, we'll be able to do our cigar stuff back here in a couple weeks, and I still got a lot more to plant. I got about 3 more flower beds to fill up. You know, got a few things that I put on here. Y'all know that's a labor of love for me, man. You know, under this rough exterior.
Rough?
I'm a plant guy.
Ain't rough. You wear skinny jeans.
as sensitive as they
Well,
come.
tell us more about the plans you got before we get into the topic. Tell us more about.
No, we're not talking about my plans.
No,
Fuck y'all.
tell us
No,
a
check
little
it
bit
out.
more. What other
Ray,
stuff
they're-
you got?
Oh hell
planned?
no!
What else?
I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
They're rainbow
I ain't got
tulips
nothing
and birds
planned.
of paradise and birds.
I ain't got nothing planned.
Hey Ray, I'm a remote mute. What's your name?
Grady muted himself.
I know he muted himself. He got scared.
His helicopter headset went off on its own.
I'm not gonna let y'all persecute me like y'all did last year with the steaks and all that. I was smoking with Kia last night.
This is Just In Case with an important news bulletin. New study shows nobody cares.
Wow.
I knew you was gonna be the first to get it.
Wow.
That was cute.
He was gonna be the first.
I knew I was gonna be the first to get it. I knew I was gonna be the first. But that's what we do on the now. That's what we do. I'm sitting here looking at. Well, no, I ain't even gonna say it right now. Go ahead.
No, what you looking at?
No, I was just looking through the. I just looked at the comments, and the first thing I saw was one from Kingpin Luxury. Chevalier, don't help that bald-headed giant.
Oh, you way behind.
Yeah, it just popped up because I had the screen off because I was doing the vibe. But I just saw it. Caught me off guard.
Anyway. So Chevalier sent me this reel. And paraphrasing, this guy asked a lady on the train that was in New York, I believe. I forget the question that he asked her. What was the question he asked her?
About segregation.
That's not what he asked her. Something that you would like to see happen.
She would like us to go back to segregation.
She would like to see segregation come back. Wow. And I was split when I thought about that, but I kind of agree with her a little bit to an extent, right? Because when you think about it, during segregation, we had everything. We had doctors, we had lawyers, we had grocery stores, we had water people, we had everything.
We had our own independence. And we're not talking about slavery for some of y'all that don't understand. And I'm not being messed up. There's a difference between slavery and segregation. The segregation, we were in our own space. So we want to make clear, just in case somebody doesn't understand that.
We're talking about, we got our own schools, we got our own buses, we got everything, right? And I was thinking about it when she said it, and I was like, that it would be great if we'd be left alone during it, right?
Right.
If we be left alone during it. Junior Lily says Black Wall Street. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
But when you think about it in essence, right, it'd be great because then, I mean, it would take probably 5 to 7 years to get in a place where we have all of our own things, right? And we're thriving in the community. But look at the communities that were thriving, were growing, had their own things. You know what I'm saying? They burned them down or flooded them.
Right, and then they erased the whole history
from history, and put lakes over some of them that people boat and swim on all the time. You know,
that favorite lake in Atlanta that all the black people like to go to.
And
most of their cousins got pictures and stuff down there in the water. They
yeah,
you know.
And then there's people like I forget his name because he ain't really that important to me. The black dude that was so hard for Trump, but then he ain't getting no place in the cabinet, so he
Oh, from South Carolina.
Yeah, him.
We don't need his name.
We got
We
people
don't
like
need. We don't need to give him his name. We don't. I know his name. We're not gonna say his name because I don't want
I'm
nobody
gonna
giving
say
him
it like
no
this.
clue.
I'm gonna say it like this. Then we got people that Harriet Tubman would have shot.
Left him right in the middle of the woods.
Or left behind. It's no, but so it would take a while. And we would also have to be very careful because they would send those Stevens in to infiltrate and shut it down.
I think I agree with you. I think that when you look at that, in order for us to do that in this day and age, because of technology and things, we would have to go back to the basics and take a long time to build our own infrastructure within the infrastructure. Like for me to say that we would have true independence means we are truly independent. We don't have to go to Amazon to get our products. We can go to Soulzon or a black owned company that provides everything, or a minority owned company. Because what
But
segregation would look like today, it wouldn't just be about black people. It would be about minorities and disenfranchised, I think, more so than anything.
but I
We're
think
gonna
that
we're gonna
but you gotta
revisit Oklahoma
remember
though.
you gotta
Tulsa.
remember this. You gotta
Yeah.
remember first off, what up, Rockstar? Baby Prince in the building.
What's going on, big dog?
He said good to see y'all, but it's good to be seen.
Hey, Rockstar. Hey, Rockstar. See if you want to come in to talk about that initiative we got. If you got time, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Why don't you come in and talk about that? Ray can send you the link, and we can talk about that.
But it's like even when you think about something like the Oscars, right? And the Oscars, it was all of this. Oh, y'all don't respect us. Boycott the Oscars. They whitewashing the Oscars. When there's enough money in the Black Star Power, there's enough money in Black Star Power to build their own Oscars. But then you look at things. You look at it as, will it stay like that? And I don't think it's going to stay that way.
Well, you see what Mac put in there. Mac said, but as soon as your system surpasses ours, us candy ass white folk gonna be complaining. He gonna tell it like it is.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But it all goes
not only complaining, but then
they're gonna go to work. They're gonna go to work, and it's if you look over the history, you look at history. I was reading up about the Moors. I hear people talking about the Moors all the time. And I've seen, especially like in Philadelphia, I'm a Moor and I'm this and I'm that. And so when I really started recently looking it up, I didn't even know that Moors for 800 years ruled in Spain, full civilization. And so a lot of the old artistic architecture and those things you see, this stuff was all created by that black culture. All of the engineering, all of this was done. They weren't people that worked for Europeans that did the labor. They were the government. They were everything. And like the way they're doing now, trying to erase history as it stands now, they did that many years ago. In Spain with the Moors, a totally self-sufficient black society that ran that part of the world for 800 years, man. And so we have to, where I'm going with this is this. We have to look at that. Like if when I think about that and how they erased history, a lot of the same initiatives are going now. And we talked about this before the election with Project 2025.
True.
They put the time in to get this stuff going 50 years ago. I think where we missed the boat is that we don't always, as a culture, sit down and think about what we need to do. We don't put the work in. We want it microwave style. And I think we gotta get the vision, and it may not happen in our lifetime, but we gotta lay the foundation now, so that can happen again. Because just in a year, look at how much has changed for the minority population in this country in less than a year.
3 months.
But the biggest piece about all that, Chevalier, what you're saying is that the factual part about the Moors ruling Spain for as long as they have, because it wasn't taught or was it because it wasn't
Well, it
taught
was
in school?
erased. It was erased.
Because it wasn't taught and it was erased. We're right back at square one again, at it being erased again today.
Mhm.
So the fact that we're trying to, or we should go back to supporting our own, takes us right back to Tulsa, which is once we
Yes,
get
sir.
back into taking care of and shopping with each other and supporting one another, will we not we're going to repeat Tulsa all over again? Because as much as he's trying to erase, and the fact that we're not falling for the okie doke and that we're not going out here protesting, marching, recreating another January 6th with us, we're eliminating martial law. We're eliminating this whole thing that we now have to control these people, because when you stop and pardon January 6 people for the violence that they had against police officers, and then you put on top of it Capitol Police officers, and it's okay because they were supporting the country. We had a 1 million man march and not shit happened. But you get these Capitol rioters on January 6th, and it's okay because they're supporting who? The person that's in charge. And like everything else you've said with the people at your job, all these people who voted for them and thought they were going to be okay is now worrying about how they're going to feed their families.
Right.
We've been through this shit already. We're not surprised by it all. So
We're comfortable with discomfort. We're comfortable with this.
We're going to be okay through this bullshit, right? We're going to be okay through this bullshit. It's them who are going to be jumping off tall buildings with short ropes. What are we going to do? I have regret. You have regret because you ain't been through this shit, because you now realize you're unimportant to him. You're not part of that 1% or that 0.5% that can add to his pockets.
I think it's important. I think it's important though to realize though, Wes, when we look at this situation, you guys tell me if you agree, but I think it's important to remember that we can't get caught up in things as it relates to this, like clickbait. We can't jump on hashtags and jump off. We can't keep doing the same stuff and expecting a different result. I think in our culture, and I'm gonna call out our culture. In our culture, I think they're too easily swayed by the next popular situation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, when you look at Black Lives Matter and how that situation went down, it was really about the popular thing to post. When you look at the different debates that we're having versus what other communities are talking about on social media, it's about the clickbait. It's about the popular hashtag. Let me tell y'all something. I want to be clear, and I've said it amongst my peers. Whatever happened at the Super Bowl, who performed, and the message that we all got, ain't did a goddamn thing for black people.
Man, look, that's
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Look, no, I got to say that, and then we got to get into this comment from Mac the Cigar Advocate. But man, I have stopped myself from arguing with people on Facebook, right, in the comments and all of that stuff. But when the Super Bowl performance happened, and all of the people, and well, not all of, but a bunch of the people were saying, "Oh, it was so deep. It was this. It was that." It ain't none of that. It ain't not. Allow me a second. It ain't none of that, because we gotta stop. Oh, you don't understand the symbolism and the meaning behind this, and stop whispering and having all of this symbolism, because the people who need to see it, or the people who you think it needs to get to, they don't care about the symbolism. They don't care about the hidden meaning. Hidden meanings don't do a thing but give people on social media something to talk about. That's all they do. If you get up there and you say what you mean, that's different, as opposed to having all of these subliminal messages that you want people to decode. Ain't nobody gonna do that but the people who it don't matter to.
Good.
You ain't gonna spark no army. You ain't gonna spark nobody to do nothing. You ain't gonna do none of that. take your platform. If you're going to be that guy, take your platform and do it. Stop whispering about something that needs to be said loudly. Don't whisper about it. Don't play about it. Be open, be honest, be upfront. Say what you need to say. That period.
Agreed.
Say what you need
Agreed.
to say. But also, we are as a people. I'm using the word in general because I don't, and I'm sure none of the three of you do. But we as a people are promoting someone who put a crown of thorns on his head. Excuse my French.
Yep.
Nigga, you ain't Jesus. You keep he's it was one other, he's done it a couple of times. Nigga, you ain't Jesus. You ain't the savior of anybody. You ain't the savior of black people. If you want to put yourself in a position to do something to help black people, say what needs to be said.
Can I give you a
Say
more
what needs
condensed
to be
version
said.
of that, Ray? I'm gonna give you a more condensed version of that for those that may not hear you in the back. Getting up and rapping and entertaining me and saying some things that speak to how I feel, but not really saying them, don't work for me. Now, if you want to impress the shit out of me, you want to show me that you down, because this is how I am. Everybody should take a page out of Colin Kaepernick's book.
Exactly.
Because let me tell you what he did. He walked the walk. He made the sacrifice. There is no such thing as progress without sacrifice.
Man,
100%.
look, let me.
I got one better for you. I got
this.
one better to piggyback on what you're saying, Chevalier. Is that how many of us who actually do and say what we mean to say and play PlayStation all the damn day? I don't know what a controller does. I don't know what an X square is. I don't know what square does. I don't know what O is. Look, say what you're gonna say and just get it done with. Because I don't play PlayStation or Xbox all damn day.
That man, look, let me tell you something. The hidden meanings and all of these things, it don't mean nothing.
It means nothing to me.
Because we take things and we change them we change them for something else. No shade at all. And I would like to talk to the people, but there's a company called Strange Fruit Wines.
Oh, what's her name? Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Lazy young lady.
Why would you do that though? You know what strange fruit is.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't name a wine strange fruit wine.
That's the problem. We go back to let me rewind right quick. I was cutting hair, but I was listening. Let me rewind right quick because I'm gonna address what you just said. We have no creativity. One, if we as black people, if we go back to segregation, the reason a white person would say let's go back to segregation is because they know we're gonna kill ourselves. We're gonna kill ourselves off.
Say it, Jeff.
We ain't no good. The community, the world ain't no good in segregation. Because we gonna kill ourselves. The other part is we ain't got no creativity. We don't have enough creativity, man, to hold ourselves together. Black lives don't matter to us. Black lives only matter to the pocket line that the person that filled their pocket with it. She did that. That girl did that. What was her name?
We ain't got to say her name because we don't need to give her we don't need to give her that because all of that, y'all buying mansions and all of that shit with all of this that completely negated the entire movement, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It devalued
the entire movement.
The whole, because the message was proper.
Movement.
Yeah,
the message was proper.
Yeah, the message was proper.
But you know, I've had some of the most constructive conversations with white people over that. Some of the most constructive conversations with white people over the term Black Lives Matter. Because, and I used one analogy every single time I talked to them. They would always ask, well, why even say that? Why say Black Lives Matter? Don't all lives matter? My response every single time was this. Imagine We live next door to each other. Your house is on fire. The fire department comes out and starts squirting water on my house and doing everything to protect my house. And then you come out and say, hey, my
His
house
house-
is burning.
Yeah.
I'm the one that called. And they respond to you, sir, all houses matter, not just yours. Your house is the one that's burning. Yes, all houses matter. Yes, all lives matter. But your house is the one that's burning. So we need to work on fixing your house now, stopping your house from burning. And we also need to internalize that shit. We have to internalize that shit. And we got to stop killing each other in the street for the simple fact of where you live. It's stupid. I don't give a fuck who y'all. It's stupid. We standing, we talking about this, and we get all up in arms every time a police officer kills a black person. Yet
We kill
niggas
for
is
everyone
killing
he
niggas
killed. Everyone
day.
he killed, yep, they killed 50 for everyone he killed.
And
I ain't
we
seen a
don't
protest.
march or protest or put
Nothing.
signs up
Nothing.
or a hashtag or none of that
Nothing.
for none of them. And
Yeah,
we
you
talk
don't see
about
no
Black
protest.
Lives Matter and we
Shit.
do all of this. However, we give them the out.
It should have been. It should
Right.
last month. This month alone, it should have been 23 protests in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you better say
We
it.
give them the out.
Better say
We
it.
give them the out. You get upset, but we give them the out. The out is y'all don't even care about it. So how about we stop doing all this dumb shit? Yes, all the little YNs wearing the ski masks in the summer. Stop doing. Take that shit off. It's
Because let me tell you something. You roll up in my yard with a ski mask on in the summer, I'm busting on your ass. I don't care if you're black or
stupid.
not.
you ain't,
It's
gonna, get, you
stupid.
ain't gonna be able
wearing
to bust on
ski
them, but the dog
masks
gonna get
and
it.
hoodies.
Yeah,
in
well, you know, Chopper gonna take care of my life.
We're
Yeah.
doing that shit. We have to care about us before anybody else. Before we try to get anybody else to give a fuck. Because if we don't care, ain't nobody gonna care. We
Not
gotta
at all.
understand this shit. And we want so badly to be accepted and looked at as equal. And they don't give a fuck.
You know,
But when you look at that, to go back to the Oscars, okay, so the fuck what? Start your own. We want black owned stuff, but we don't support black owned stuff.
but Ray,
We
here's
talk
the
about
here's the
social media left and right. There was TikTok is suppressing black voices. Isaac Hayes' grandson created an app.
Created an app, and
social media
nobody
called
went down.
Fanbase, and ain't
Yep.
none of y'all ass on it. I'm on it, but ain't none of y'all ass on it. And
But
you
here's the
even have
fuck-
the opportunity to invest now and make money off it. Everybody,
Right,
He
can monetize.
started that 5 years ago. He started that
Everybody-
5
Yeah, he
years.
started that
and
during
I've been
COVID.
on it for
Yeah.
2 years. Everybody can monetize off of it. You
But
can
Ray, here's
invest in it right now, but
But-
nobody cares.
But Ray, here's the crazy thing about the Oscar. Here's the crazy
My
thing about the
fault.
Oscar.
It's what is it? His son? His son.
Here's the crazy thing about the Oscars. The Oscars is based off a black man who
Most
established
things are.
the Oscars itself is based off a black actor who established quality and a level of excellence that the Oscars is based on, but as everything else shifted to white people. No different than the real McCoy, right? Who created a coupling for the railroad station, and you know the difference because it's called the real McCoy. That's how it all gets started, as you said. But we get to a point in a place in life where we want to be accepted, and that's what fucks everything up. Hence, we're on our way back to Tulsa, Oklahoma, with that dude, that orange dude in office.
And there's another thing that you got to look at also. A lot of times, so I'm always sitting down and I research a lot of companies before I shop because I'm one of those people that don't. If you come out and tell me you don't want my money, you ain't gonna get mine no more. Y'all know how much I eat McDonald's. I ain't been to McDonald's since they rolled back DEI. I've not been to Lowe's. I in a minute I won't have any Lowe's products in my house at all because for me It's a matter of principle. It's a matter of principle. The bottom line, like we could keep hitting all of these different scenarios, but at the end of the day, when we talk about the topic, right, and we talk about segregation, it's a nice. I'm not saying it's a nice concept because we shouldn't have to do all of that shit. But if we were to go back to that, we really have to look at and be willing to, as a culture, put in the work and realize if we were to start it tomorrow, to realize that in our lifetime, we're probably not going to reap the sole benefits of it, but we're creating a foundation for the future, for our kids to be able to do so. And we have to start teaching them that, hey man, when people spit in your face, don't turn the other cheek. You wipe that shit off, clean it up, and then not to get in their face no more. When like Target, if you look at Target right now, Target is doing all of this marketing, and they have black people that are coming out that are saying we need to understand this and why they roll back DEI. And all. We don't need to understand it. The one thing we need to do is keep our foot on the gas, and we need to look here. I'm gonna give y'all an example. So I want just show you what I'm talking about. So over the last 3 weeks, I've been wanting to buy a new TV for my patio. Same TV out here for 8 years, right? I'm not going to Sam's and buy it. I'm gonna get a good deal, but I'm not going to Sam's to buy it. I'm not going to Walmart and buy it. I'm not going to Best Buy and buying it. So those are the three. I'm not gonna order it off of Amazon. And those are the 4 biggest places that I can buy a TV. But guess what? I'm just gonna keep this same fucking TV because I will die before I'll go and spend money there. I'll go to Costco because Costco ain't said it yet.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hold on, Ray. The TV you got on the wall is made by a white person or an other.
Right.
So
that's true.
Black people got TV, so you gonna
exactly.
Yeah. So here the thing is, man, bro. I mean,
where I was going though, Jeff, is that we gotta start creating our own so we can support our own to get the products that we need.
We're not gonna do that, bro.
I know we're not. But that's the problem.
Yeah,
even when you look at BET, you got all these people that jumping on the BET bandwagon. Who black owns BET? Nobody.
Not anymore.
No, BET has not been black owned. It was black owned when Robert Johnson owned it, but BET has not been black owned since Robert Johnson had it. It has not been black owned.
Hey, check this out.
I can't see it all.
Black Now.
I go on there.
They have an app.
Yeah.
It's all black owned businesses.
But they all women businesses.
Don't matter.
All female products is on there.
It don't matter. That's one of the ones that I found.
Yeah, it ain't. I've been on there. I mean, they got all female products, and that's fine. That's great. But we keep preaching and asking and saying, let's buy all black. And let's go. I want to go back to the Colin Kaepernick thing. Everybody wanted to boycott the NFL. Not watching a football game is not going to hurt the NFL. You have to go deeper than just not watching football.
Don't buy no products.
You got to not buy certain products, and because they get all these sponsors, you got to hit them in their pocket. The ratings ain't gonna hurt them. You got to hit. But imagine
you might don't buy Doritos or Pepsi or they're not being funny, but don't buy the sponsors product.
But yeah, then we'll starve to death.
I will say this. Target stock dropped. What was it? 10 points from black folk not shopping there.
Everybody's stock is dropping. Everybody's stock is dropping.
But not all of us, but a lot of us are dropping, and they got a sale. They got the crazy sale. They feeling it. What I'm saying is this. We have to work, and like Jeff said, hit them in their pockets. That's what we got to do. Because that's the only way. Everybody knows about the power of the black dollar except black folks.
But here's the thing though. we gonna starve to death. Nestle's is one of the NFL sponsors. Shit, nigga, Nestle, you know what? Nestle's make everything from water to dog food.
But also, there's black-owned water companies. There's there's minority-owned water companies. There's minority-owned dog food companies. There's minority-owned. There's almost minority-owned everything. The problem is you got to go a little bit further. Not all of them. Not all of them. But the problem is you got to go a little bit further or go a little bit out of your way in order to get it. The thing is, there's a black-owned grocery store here in Houston. I live in Fresno. It's on the north side. It's an hour away. Have I been there? Not yet. Do I plan to go? Definitely. Do I plan to start getting groceries from there? As much as I can.
But if you buy a bag of Doritos from them,
if they sell them, I don't think they sell them.
But the bigger issue,
the sponsors will feel it if and I'm gonna say this, and then we got to hit a commercial and move on to this comment, man. If we decide that we're gonna boycott the NFL, right? And no black person watches the NFL. Anything that we decide to boycott has got to be a full boycott. If we're gonna boycott Adidas, whatever we decide to boycott, it's got to be a full boycott. Meaning, don't buy none of it from nowhere. And that in turn will turn the sponsors and the investors, just like it's happening to Target. It will turn the investors against them. That's more dangerous than us deciding not to shop at Target. When the investors turn against you, that's more dangerous because that's your money. So that you hit them in the pocket. That's what you got to do, man. We're gonna hit a commercial, and then we got to get into this other comment.
You got them both.
Right, yeah.
And I will make that focus stop for It gave me 2 feet. I can't smoke in the house, but I can smoke in the
The fabric bow ties, the wooden bow tie.
He was I want to say
This stuff down. Because if you don't
I got fabric bow ties. I got wooden bow ties. I've got shrimp bow ties. I got beef bow ties. I got bow ties fricasseed, bow ties fried. I got all types of bow ties. That's what I thought when I saw that. It took me back to the shrimp bow.
He does have wooden bow ties.
Yeah, he does.
Fabric bow ties. He got wooden bow ties and wood brim fedoras. Go check them out. Ingrain Hat Company. Check them out. Nice hats. Yeah. Anyway, we got to get into this this comment that Mac the Cigar Advocate put in. He says, why does there have to be an issue with race? We're all human beings. We are stronger together than apart.
There you go.
That's true. Spoken from our Canadian brother. Our Canadian brother. They gonna turn the lights off on
Minnesota, Michigan, look, across the board, all across the north. The interesting thing that his comment is that fact, having been in the Navy and having the benefit of traveling about the planet, I tell everybody, it doesn't matter where you go in the world. We all eat the same foods: beef, chicken, and pork, lamb. We all have the same vegetables. We all want the same thing as men. We want our kids to grow well. We want our wives to be happy, and wives want the same thing for their men to be honest and faithful. Doesn't matter where you go in the world. We all put our pants on the same way. We all shit and piss the same way.
Not everybody. Chevalier put his pants on both legs at the same time.
Listen, some of us there's one or two of us out there are special.
You trying to say I got to jump to get my jeans, bro?
Kanye sit on the edge of the bed, put both feet in, and then scoop
Is that what
up.
you trying to say? I got
Stand up. You start jumping to put them up.
How Beyonce said, if you ain't got to jump to put your jeans on, you don't know.
I don't listen to I don't listen to both.
So I mean, at the end of the day, if no matter where you go on the planet, we're all the same, right? So no, it doesn't have to be about race, but at the end of the day, that's what it has been boiled down and reduced to. So we have to move and be separated to a degree to protect your own, as with anything and everybody, no different than in the wild. A tiger, a lion, a jaguar, they're all cats, but they all live separate lives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And that's what have to be understood about this situation.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, man. I think from certain viewpoints, like the question is understandable, but you get those same questions. I think, hell, at my big old age, I can remember just even talking to my kids, man, and saying, it's funny. I grew up in a white neighborhood in Gary, Indiana. There wasn't a lot of them, but I grew up, and a lot of my friends that I grew up with spend the night at their house. They spend the night at my house. We don't even talk now, and I'll see them when I go home, and they barely speak because life deals people's circumstances that shape their values and their thoughts and things like that, man. And people just change. So I think that was a good question, but I think the reason it's that that happens because life happens, and race becomes a factor for people. For Black people, race the issue of race is reactionary. It's not something that we purport or we push and like they say, well, why do you guys got to make it all about race? No, we're responding to the fact that it was always about race with you. And that's just being honest. It was always about race. It was always about control and making sure that we stay 2 or 3 notches below you. So of course, when we're finding our strength and we're saying, hey, we're not gonna do that no more. When we see you repeat what you're doing, or see white people or the white community doing that, we make it about race because most of the time that's what it's really about. It's not about that you don't like the way my car looks in the neighborhood. You don't like that my house is bigger than yours. You don't like the fact that I'm a Black man with a house bigger than yours. There could be a white boy down the street with a house bigger than yours, and you ain't gonna say shit. But the fact that I'm a Black man with a house, the expectation is it was either given to him by the government or he did something wrong to get it. It can't be that he's smarter than you and he worked harder and did what he needed to do to get it. And so that's why I think a lot of times when you use a scenario like that, that's why race becomes a factor for us because a lot of times we can see it when they can't because they've been the ones that's been putting that on us. The oppressor never sees the shit that the oppressor does. He just sees your reaction to it.
Right. The other part about that, and Savai, you can attest to it, is that having lived on a submarine for 5 years, you don't care what color the skin of the person next to you when you're 300 feet underwater and there's a water leak.
Are you a seaman?
No, not at all. I'm a submariner and I go deep. Listen, the point of the matter is
a deep seaman.
A deep seaman.
That you don't care about what color, creed, whatever the man standing next to you when you're 300 feet underwater and there's a water leak. All you care about is that man next to you being able to save your life so you can get back home.
Well, think about Vietnam. Think about Vietnam, Grady. I see what you're saying because there were so many Black soldiers and white soldiers that was like brothers when they was in the foxhole. And then as soon as they got off the plane on the tarmac in America, fuck you, nigga. That is saved your life. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the things that come to mind for me when people ask why is it a race thing. We didn't make it a race thing. They made it a race thing.
And how many people
responded to it?
I play golf, and I can't tell you how many retired white guys have told me that their best friend is a Black guy who took them home to Chicago, New York, or whatever, and took them through the neighborhood and protected their lives after protecting their lives in Vietnam, and how they don't see color and their best friend, they get upset when someone's talking about race.
Well, let him date
Well,
his sister. Let him
well,
look
what are
at
you
his
doing?
sister. I bet
What,
he'll
what are you doing
he'll see
about it?
race.
What are you doing about it? And how can you vote for the very person who's persecuting your best friend?
Because of the
And
other things,
make it make sense.
because
He
of
gonna
the
make
other things that sometimes it's the other things that they say and the way that they say it that people think that he's not talking about that, you know, and the delusion behind the delusion that people suffer from thinking that it don't mean that. That's not what that means. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
exactly what it
I
means.
think that the essence of what Mac was saying is what I've said multiple times on this show, man. We have to understand that we are the people. And when some people fuck over the people, then the people need to stand up against
Right.
some people. But
That part.
some people, and this goes into a comment that Kazanomics said,
Yeah,
but the people have been divided and therefore conquered. So we tend to go race first with everything, right? We go race first with everything. Now, I'm not saying that everything in America ain't about race, because 99.9999999% of things in America are about that. That other
100%.
0.000 whatever it is about money. You know, it all boils down to money and class. But
Power.
we have to understand that there is more power in the people sticking together as opposed to the people being divided, which everybody on earth,
go.
he gonna bring that damn frisbee and you gonna
No,
throw
he
it.
was on his way. He just walked and picked it up. He came over here.
Everybody on earth understands the power of black people except black people. And I'm saying that generally because I know the four of us and everybody watching understands the power of black people. But in general, we don't understand our power. So many things in America are powered by us. And what do? We give it away. When we create something, we give it away. BET is a prime example. Think about what used to be on BET. We used to have videos, we used to have movies, we used to have BET News. It was so much on BET that you could turn it on in the morning and watch it all the way through until, you know, BET Uncut came on and Nelly was swiping the credit card down some butt cheeks. But you can watch it all the way through.
You can watch it all the way through. You want to go see
every facet of us. You know what I'm saying? You can see every
now they running MTV commercials on.
Exactly.
And,
So,
and,
so
and,
do you,
and
we did the thing that we always do.
do you
Give it away.
Give it away.
Do you remember what was going on MTV that stemmed BET?
when they didn't want to play the black video,
Right.
they didn't want to play. They didn't want to play black videos. Michael
Right.
Jackson was the biggest thing in the world, and they didn't want to play his videos.
But
They would play his
but look
videos
at
until they start playing.
but look at the black superstars who never showed up to a BET award.
But watch this though. I was saying I asked that question because a lot of people don't know that BET was and still is linked to MTV.
Right.
So if BET ain't just owned by no black person, BET was the what's his name? The guy that was the so-called owner of BET,
Robert Johnson.
Robert Johnson worked for MTV and started BET through MTV.
So they were still getting money off of it.
They still
Yeah.
today get money off of it.
Well, they own it straight out now. They don't even hide it anymore.
Even still, they was getting money off it. Then he started it through BET. We, as a collective, didn't support it.
No,
we didn't support it.
No,
we did.
Right.
The superstars didn't show up to the award shows.
Yeah.
They pandered to superstars. You didn't show up to the award shows, but you go to the other ones. And I mean, just think about if we supported stuff the way we say we do. I mean, we would control so much, but we don't support stuff the way we say we do. Think about all of the things that have happened, all of the protests and like 2020 as a whole. People have forgotten about all of that because we move on to the next thing.
Yeah, real quick.
The next big shining thing.
We're so quick to
the
move
next
on
hashtag.
to the next thing.
The next hashtag.
As all of us are in business, and we all are able to be in spaces to see everybody doing everything in every avenue or every aspect of business. If we just stop long enough to get back to just shopping with us, there would be nothing that we would be missing. Right. And I would say the biggest issue is that as the system continually remove images of us doing well, it stifles and does not inspire the next generation to do well also. For instance, I mean, we've seen the Johnsons, we've seen all those Black successful millionaires do well, which inspired us to do well. And what did our next generation get? NAA, NWA, Ice Cubes, the Snoop Dogs, all the gangster shit, which made all that stuff popular, rather than going to college, getting a degree, starting a business, a successful business, and growing, supporting a culture. Rather than just now.
Let me tell you something, man. First of all, the initial gangster rappers were reporting on what they saw.
True.
Then you have other rappers coming out, and some rappers they're doing different things. There's some people are speaking about the government, some people are speaking about Black people, some people are speaking about love. People are doing different things in their music, right?
Right.
Then what happens is they see these young Black people making money off of it, and they say, okay, how can we make money off it? I want to make more money off of it. So what do? They start to clone, and I use that term meaning
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
I gotta say this because
you gotta say it. Yeah,
people
go ahead.
think Gucci Mane is cloned, but they start to make other people look and rap the same way as these other people to make money off of it. So when you look at the diversity that was in music up until the early 2000s, right?
100%.
I'm gonna live on this hill right quick. When Lil Wayne didn't do an album for a year, but he was on 74 songs.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch BET and you watch 106 and Park Top 10,
everybody
he was on 7 of them songs.
Right.
This was right after the Duda phase when everybody was saying Duda this and Duda that and all of the little snappy dance songs. So when that happened, then you look at the rappers who came out after him, after that era. They all got dreads. They all have locks. They all got tattoos in their face. They all short. They all are talking like have the same, if not the same, content.
Cadence.
They're
Right.
not necessarily cadence. They have the same content, and then the Migos came out and gave birth to this new
Mumble rap.
cadence that they
Mumble.
all use. It's the new
Mumble rap.
cadence that they all come out with and they all use. And there's no originality in hip hop anymore because it's not controlled by us. No matter what
Right.
you say, I don't care what you say or who you point out, it's not controlled by us. The ones who don't subscribe to that don't get the awards. They don't get the accolades. They don't get the people talking about them. They don't get their roses. They don't get their flowers. But that's because
They become
they're
independent.
not falling into that
Right.
same space. They don't fall into that same space. And yes,
Well,
they have a following, but they don't fall into that same space. So once
But you know
start
what?
to do
Go ahead,
that-
Ray. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no,
Go
once
ahead.
you start to do that, and once you start to take over and control the industry and start to say this is what is the norm, then that's you're gonna have. I mean, you're gonna water it down. You're gonna kill it, and it's going to look a lot different than it was supposed to look.
Right.
At the bottom line is the same thing that we've been talking about when we talked about the Moors and everything. We create something, like you said earlier, we create something viable, something that's our own. And when you apply it to rap, you look at the rappers back in the 70s, the Sugar Hill Gang, these guys that came out, everything that they rapped about was about, if it wasn't about heritage, it was about, social justice and how we see things.
I mean,
And
but
it
even
morphed-
even then,
well, hold on
you
just
had
a second.
some
It
rappers
morphed,
that was,
but it
even
morphed
then you
into
had some rappers that was still on the
Yeah.
same type
Well,
of
you
thing.
always go, yeah, you're gonna always have some bullshit in the game, but for the most part, when you look back at those old ones, the KRS ones and the Sugar Hill
Public
Gang,
Enemy.
the Public Enemy, when you look back at those pioneer rap groups, those guys were like the Isley Brothers of the 50s.
But I mean, even still, it's just you got. I mean, because you have Big Daddy Kane, right? Whose content spanned all the way from love to I'm a pimp to I'll slap you in the face, I'll take you out. It spanned everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
You gotta let
even
a hope
back
your
then,
hope. That was his song.
exactly. So even back then, you still had the wide variety. However, the thing that you had that doesn't exist now is originality.
And market share.
People being
Because
given-
all of these artists were independent, but for the most part, Sugar Hill got independent artists.
Yeah.
They grew up. You had some of those at that time. During that time, a lot of the rap artists, they had their mini Motowns in a sense.
I mean,
because
yeah,
we
all
had-
the artists had groups and they had camps.
Right.
And they were all starting
Yeah.
labels and they were doing all of this.
They
but-
were doing their own thing, just like because I think we have to be careful when we say or we imply that like a lot of now it's this way, but a lot of the black businesses of old weren't controlled by white companies. Like Ebony Jet was not controlled by anybody but the Johnson family.
Johnson and Johnson. Right.
They were not controlled by anybody but them. And so we had that in a lot of different ways. But then just like when you look at them, you had other black companies that were black that weren't really black that were controlled by something else because some non-black company came in and said, okay, we're gonna create competition for them. I think it was Proline was the one
but
at
we
the
did
time.
what we always do.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
did what
but-
we always do.
Well,
Yes,
not
sir.
no, not all, because that's where I'm going. It's we have to be careful in how we had this conversation because at that time you had people that were out there that was willing to say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it my way, or I ain't gonna do it." When Ebony Jet was out, I took my wife to Chicago recently, and I was showing her where the Ebony Jet building was. And all of the time she's looked at pictures of the Chicago skyline all her life. Most people don't realize that Ebony Jet had the biggest, most beautiful building on Michigan Avenue overlooking the lake. They had a big ass sign up over there that said Ebony Jet over the thing, and they were completely black owned. They were completely black owned, and they withstood the test of time because they had set a foundation and they stood on it, and they never changed. There are a lot of black companies that were that way at that time, but now because of the way the culture is shifting, what you're talking about, like in music, the way the culture is shifting, it's hard for those types of businesses to thrive now.
We gotta,
They,
we gotta. I understand exactly what you're saying.
yeah,
We
I
got a
think
few
I just want
comments
to
that
make
we
sure
have
that
to
we
get
don't
into.
forget. Go ahead. Yeah, let's get them.
We got a few comments that we want to get into.
Go ahead,
And
bro.
interestingly enough, they all come from Cigars and Love Talk.
Lauren.
Yes, Lauren. So the first one we're gonna get into, we're gonna go back. She says, I straight up go the other way when people say it's black owned.
Well, don't do that with Chevalier Life because Chevalier black owned.
I mean, I think that what happens is, I think that what has happened is the term black owned has gained a negative connotation behind it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So when
yeah.
somebody says, "Oh,
But
it's black owned," that means, in our minds, I'm going to give terrible service. It's going to be overpriced, and you're not going to get you're not going to get what it's worth, right? So I think
Absolutely.
that we that's what happened. But I think that
right,
what we have to realize, what we have to do as business owners, is we have to understand, hey, just because you say the words black owned doesn't mean necessarily good. You have to give good customer service. You have to give value. If you make a food, it's got to be good. Don't
Yeah.
just think because you say black owned that when I walk in here, you can treat me any way you feel like, and I'm gonna come
that's
back
right.
because it's black
Was my
owned.
dollar green and I won't give it to you.
It's a constant circle that we have to go through, and I
Mhm.
think that's what that is. How y'all think? How y'all
And
feel
then
about that?
two,
I agree completely.
when you think about black owned, you think it's gonna be a whole bunch of niggas there all the time. I don't do I don't do black owned. I don't even advertise black people on my website. You know what I'm saying? I don't do
That's true.
you can't just do business for black people. If you open a business, you open a damn business. You shouldn't have to say it's a black owned business. When I pass out business cards, I tell brothers to come, hey man, come through, check out the shop. But I give the white people my business card because they looking for a haircut. And they are you the barber? Yes, I'm the barber. Oh wow. And they might have some negative shit to say behind my back. I don't care, but I know if I tell a black man that I'm a barber, he gonna come check me out just on the strength. But if I tell a white man to come check me out, I gotta have more conversation.
Right.
Yep.
And it is what it is. It's not a problem. I ain't tripping about it. The black having the black owned label on your business don't necessarily make
Don't
black
guarantee
people.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't gonna make more black people come.
Look
That
what
ain't
B
gonna make more
Division
black
Limo
people.
said. Look what B Division Limo said. I have intentionally supported black owned, and in many, almost most cases, the
You
service
got
was
it.
subpar.
You got
And
it.
that's
Use your
true.
words. Use your words.
That's true.
Yeah.
And so even in the water industry, which is what I dwell in most part of my day, I was in a conversation with someone said, so who is your target market? I'm like, excuse me? They said, who
People,
don't you have a target market? I say
People,
anybody and anything that drinks water. They
yeah.
said, but don't you have but don't you have a target market? I said, I don't care if you're green, yellow, purple, or green, animal, plant, or whatever,
you said
as long
green
as you
twice.
drink or consume water,
Green, yellow, purple, or green. That's
you
Martian green.
are that even Martians like James T. Kirk, no matter what planet you're on, you need some water. You are my target market. So I've had to adjust my pitch, educational, whatever, to whom I'm talking to,
Yeah.
and always continue to give above excellent service. You call me, you order water, I got it to you My website says 5 business days I'll have water to you. Between my son and I, we'll have it to you within 36 hours of your order. Placing on my
Yep.
website, delivery, it's there. I am hugely blessed to have a son who is professional as he is. Oh, I love your son. He's always on time. He's always professional. He's always courteous. I really love the fact that your service is bar none. You're always on time. You're there. You show up even unexpectedly to deliver and with great customer service. And that's what we strive for. And so often, I'm sure we all dealt with it. Oh, don't I get a discount? What? Because you
Boy, I was
black?
just about to say it. I was sitting there thinking that.
Because you
What? Because you black. You think
I
you should
actually
get a discount?
so I actually have an associate, I'll call him, who has a hot dog stand. And he actually got an attitude because of the price I charge him compared to what he can get at a store from, as if he's circumventing me by going to the store to get it. I provide you a service, I bring it to you directly. We are both black owned businesses who look for black business don't want to support. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm like, how are you going to circumvent me going to the store to get it? All you doing is just supporting me because I'm the only person in the store that gets it from. I'm the only person in the state that has control of this water. So what are you really doing? And I posted on my page, I say it's very interesting that we as black owned businesses who want black business won't support black businesses to do business with.
It's
Help me,
funny. The
help
first
me
thing
understand
you
that.
say is what you said a minute ago. I get it all the time when people, instead of going on my website and ordering a humidor, because it's very clear cut, click the personalizer tab, go down there, pick the 2 humidors, whichever one you want. They're going to inbox me and say, hey, man, I want to get this humidor. What can you do for me?
You can go to my website and order it.
You go to my website and order it. Like, and I appreciate, some people want a personal touch, but more often than not, man, they want to see if they can get a discount. But how do I grow? When I first started Chevalier Life, one of the things I said, I want to be big as Ellie Blue with my humidor.
Hmm.
And I remember people coming on and saying to me, you can be, bro, if you just do this, you just do this. But I remember some of the same people hit me in my inbox talking about, man, can you take care of me on this? Bro, no, I ain't gonna be big as Ellie Blue if I'm giving you a discount. And you still ain't paying what you would pay with them. And you getting the
Right.
same services. You getting niche that you can't even get from them. And you still want me to give you a discount.
It's no different. I tell people all that. I said my goal with 1186 is to be a household name. I said, where can you go and not find Coke or Pepsi? Where can you go and not find Aquafina or Fiji? Where can you go? I said, and you're getting a better quality water with better service, with a better product at a better price. So why would you want to circumvent me anyway if I'm giving you the service that you need, want, and desire?
I think at the end of the day, no matter how many scenarios we throw out here, at the end of the day, when we look at this, it's about us supporting, because when you look at the topic and the things that we're talking about based on the topic, it's about us supporting the businesses that that are owned by people that look like us. It really is. And it's about creating a foundation where those businesses can operate independently of the masses. At the end of the day, there are certain things that we wouldn't be able to get by. Like Jeff was asking about me buying a TV earlier. The TV Japanese or Chinese, probably Chinese.
Right.
But I don't want to buy my Chinese TV because I got to get a Chinese TV. I don't want to buy it from Walmart. I don't want to buy it from Best Buy. I don't want to buy it from Sam's. So I haven't bought a TV because of the simple fact that they came out and said they rolling it back. You can't spit in my face and then I give you some money. I
Go
don't
to
go
the
to
pawn
Lowe's.
shop.
Yeah, I don't go to Lowe's anymore. I don't go to Lowe's anymore because, and y'all know how much I love Lowe's. I don't go to Lowe's anymore because you can't spit in my face and then I still come over there and give you some money. I go to Home Depot. They may be spitting in my face, They may not like me, but they ain't had the nuts to tell me. I'll go to
and that's
Costco. They may not spit in my face. They may not like me, but they ain't had the nuts to come out and tell me. As much as I love McDonald's, Ray talks shit to me every day for going to McDonald's and buying a cheeseburger and fries. Since they rolled back DEI, I don't even ride by that motherfucker. I'll switch
Well,
lanes on the freeway to not be by, because
well, you
if we
should have
don't
stopped
stand
eating
for
them.
something,
You should have stopped eating McDonald's when they refused to tell you what was in the beef. So
listen,
well, I
that
eat the
whole
French
part.
fries mostly.
The biggest the other part about it is that so many of us have lived subpar that now that we have a few dollars in our pocket and we own our house or our community, Chevalier, we feel like that we don't have to.
So
We
first
don't.
of all, I don't live in a house. I live in a trailer, and I'm at the
nah,
crib.
you got
But you
got
own
a whole
but
community over there, sir.
but you own the community. I digress.
We're not doing that. Let's move on.
That we feel like everybody else is beneath us, and I've arrived, and this is what I deserve. And just because you're going to work every day and you're making 6-7 figures, that now the person who's trying to build a company is beneath you and they need your dollar. That's a bigger problem, right?
Right.
That so many of us
I agree.
feel like we have arrived and we're a part of that 1%. Not the truth. And we don't want to support us, right? We're those of us who are running business and try to grow a business, we're beggars and paupers, and we so please spend your dollar with me. Black person making 7 figures, come please help me. No. We're trying to grow a community, which what we need to get back to, Tulsa and Rosewood and all those black communities where we didn't need anyone outside of us to thrive and grow. Is what we need to go back to. And because so much of it has been erased, it's what we're missing. So we're destined to repeat the same history all over again.
Let me ask y'all something.
Nope.
Y'all familiar with the Harlem Renaissance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you look at the Harlem Renaissance,
You were there, right?
yeah, I was there. I was about
He
7.
kicked it off.
I
You,
was about
you
7.
were about 37 during the Harlem Renaissance, right?
About 7, maybe 17, but I digress.
37.
Man,
It's
but
okay.
when you think about it, even at that point, because the history's been erased, look how many black millionaires we had at that time.
That's my point.
We had quite
Like
a
you
few.
said,
We had quite a few.
doctors, lawyers, grocery store owners, drugstore, pharmacists, doctors. We had everything, right? And we didn't need the non-melanin community to help us thrive. So the government, non-melanated, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Minneapolis school system.
Oh wow,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago public school system. You're not going
Hey,
to
look.
upgrade my
Hey, look.
degraded system.
It's 9:30. We need to take a
Yeah.
commercial break.
Yeah,
What's up, folks? This is Derek from Vic's world famous Chicken in the Cooler. These crabs. And I'm gonna shake. Really, the consistency I was talking.
Say bacon burger, dog, because the bacon ain't rich. Man, that is gonna be.
Not gonna do it. On here, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna tell jokes. Cause that's what barbecue is all about. If you ain't having fun cooking, having people try your food, looking for that enjoyment, laughter and smile on their face, that enjoyment every time they put your meat in their mouth, man, so many different ways. But seriously,
I just had to play that commercial.
because they need your meat in your mouth.
Commercial. Exactly. So no, your meat in their mouth.
Yeah, that part.
But man, yeah, we definitely, man, we have to understand, man, that we gotta support things, man, because if we worry about looking at, I mean, think about this. Balenciaga sells stuff that looks like it came out of a trash dump for thousands of dollars. They got a duct tape bracelet that they sell for $2,000, and people buy it just because of the name. You got to understand, man. It's a first of all, when it comes to black business, it's a circle. Yes, I said business. It's a circle. You have to provide good service. You have to provide quality products, but then you have to support them in order so that they can provide good service and quality products. Because when you think about black businesses, when you think about small businesses pay more to get their product than large businesses do. So if you support the small business, they'll grow, and hopefully they can take those savings and lower them prices. So they don't have to pay as much, because they don't have to pay as much to get what they have to get because they're making larger orders. You know, Be the Vision Limo. No, I don't. If it's not meaningful to me, I don't support it.
Right. It's got to resonate with me.
Meaningful. I mean, I'm not going to wear a shirt that say junk in the trunk. So I'm not going to buy that. But you know what I'm saying. So it's it's got to resonate with you. But that also means that we have to build businesses that resonate with people, as opposed to copying what somebody else does just to make a dollar. Get that originality back. You know what I'm saying?
I love cigars, whiskey, jazz, and maybe 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you
that
something.
shirt anywhere else.
Yeah.
And they one of them people who don't do what they need to do.
Right. You know, and the funny thing, we talked about this recently. I get a lot of stuff from black people, believe it or not. I had a guy message me one day about one of my other shirts. I have the lid shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me a message. He said to me, "Do you have a copyright on that?" And I was like, "Well, try to make it and find out. Try to make it and find out if I got a copyright."
Exactly.
I guarantee you, if you go and you sell one, and I find out, you'll find out if I got copyright on it or not. What kind of fucking question is that?
Because you can steal it. I mean,
well,
yeah, the same thing, and that's a problem. I mean, look at Smoke the Collection. They are, you know, she had a product.
I remember that
people decided I want to make that product too, so I'm gonna just make that product. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gotta support. We gotta support each other. We gotta grow, man. We have to grow. What you say?
But when we go through that, I said when we go through that type of stuff, the thing that's really disheartening to me, business is business, but what makes it extra disheartening to me when it's my people that's doing me like that. When you know that you ain't never seen this before, and then you went and made something similar, and then you look at me and you go, "You got a copyright on that?" So you just gonna go, you're gonna try to fuck me because you want to try to get all the money instead of making your own shit.
Be the Vision Limo. When we pull up in the bay, we'll hold you to it.
Oh, that's a done deal. I got something for you. I hit you up.
Ain't nobody else gonna be called for transportation. Ain't nobody.
Be the Vision Limo is family, Ray. Be the Vision Limo is family.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going on? I'm Jennifer.
Grady, sit your ass down. It's time for Ashes and Glasses. This is Ashes and Glasses. This is the way that we like to end the show. Everybody on screen has to give a toast. And if you got a toast, put it in the comments. We will read the toast off on screen. So put the toast in the comments.
Oh, while y'all doing that, I'm gonna go in this amazing Chevalier Humidor and get me another cigar.
Hold that up right quick. Hold that up right quick. Where'd you get that from?
Man, there's this company called ChevalierLife.com that makes these fly ass humidors. They can put any image on your humidor. Let me spin that around. I was just gonna reach in there and grab me one. And hold on, I probably just messed up everything in there because I tilted it forward. But let me just turn it around so y'all can see what's popping in there. Let's see. And guess what? It's Chevalier's humidor.
Oh, that's nice, man. Where you get that from again?
ChevalierLife.com. That's ChevalierLife.com. Get your personalized humidor. But I was just about to give me a stick out of there. Holds 136, Ray. I think I got about 129 in here.
130?
Yep, I think I got about 129, 100. Well, I got 128 sticks in there now because I just took one out.
Well, that's what's up. That's a nice ChevalierLife.com.
That's the place. Get you one.
Well,
Ashes
it felt
and
good to say ashes and glasses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, Makisha Watson, spell it right if you're gonna put it in there.
Oh, she called me Chevalier Loaf.
Chevalier Loaf.
She might be a little mad at me for cracking on her three-syllable last name.
That's your new name, Chevalier Loaf.
Chevalier Loaf. Her name's still Makisha Watson.
We're gonna call you Chevalier Loaf from now on.
Makisha Chandrika Watson.
I don't know where the Chandrika come from, but okay.
I don't want to say her real middle name. I don't want nobody going in there and looking her up trying to steal her credit. I ain't gonna say her real middle name.
It feels so good to say that again.
Yeah.
Put your toast in the comments. We'll read them out, man. Everybody on screen got to say a toast. This is the way that we like to end the show. The toast ain't got to be serious. The toast can be funny. It can be whatever you want the toast to be. So, Grady, let's get to it.
Well, I would like to say thank you for all the prayers and congratulations and the support and how wonderful and well it is to be amongst like-minded brothers. Good, bad, and indifferent, and even Chevalier. It's good to be back and see y'all again. Thank you for all your prayers and wishes.
That's what we doing, huh? Okay. Cheers.
What you
I
got?
can't wait till my turn to toast. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, you're gonna go next.
Let me see if anybody got anything in the comments.
I
Not
thank
yet.
y'all for the night. I'm out here now.
No, don't go
Nah,
nowhere
you
yet.
ain't going nowhere yet.
Don't go nowhere yet, buddy. Don't go nowhere
go-
yet, buddy. I got to raise a toast to y'all. First of all, I want to raise a toast that everybody joined us tonight. It's our first episode of season 3. We weren't all that organized tonight. We was just chilling, but we thank y'all for joining us. Here's to y'all. Here's to Amazon headsets for truckers. They work well on the lounge because we're so technically savvy on the lounge. You can have an Amazon headset on with a clear glass and a white t-shirt and some plastic glasses. And guess what? You're still a baller. So cheers to Amazon headsets, plastic glasses, and white t-shirts in Minneapolis.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
They call that a body toast.
That's a body toast. He got you. He got you. We got 2 in the comments. Well, I'm gonna do this one first.
Do that one first.
Causonomics for Life says, here's to unity that strengthens us, prosperity that uplifts us, and support that binds us together. May we grow, thrive, and succeed as one. Cheers.
Cheers, Kaiser.
Cheers.
Hey, Ray, because we haven't done it in a while. Hey, Kaiser, thank you for supporting the lounge the
Definitely.
way you have. You've not only supported the lounge, you supported me and Ray collectively and individually, man. We love you. And I'm not being funny. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, man, for everything that you do for us. Because I've learned a lot from you. I know Ray has too, man. We really, really honestly appreciate you. Let's just do another toast to Kaiser, man. Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you, brother.
Ass beanie that he got me, that he just sent.
Mine ain't got here yet. I guess I got to be checking the mail. They ain't got here yet.
I should have been wearing, but I wasn't because it's comfortable in here. I should have put it on anyway, but it's in the house.
I got another toast.
Oh Lord, I know you do.
Here's the shop she smokes. Juicy, our sister, is in the building. She been in and out because she probably working right now. But here's the shop she
Here's
smokes.
the Juicy.
Another.
What you want to do?
What you want to do? It's Women's History Month. Here's the Juicy.
So we got our toast from our resident Ashes and Glasses champion. He ain't in here, but he sent us a toast. Here's to our favorite pastime, cigars. There's nothing like smoking a cigar while sitting at an open fire, watching the evidence burn. Cheers.
Cheers. He is the cigar toast specialist.
He is the cigar toast specialist. And if you ain't following Mac the Cigar Advocate, you need to follow Mac the Cigar Advocate, because
Yes.
every morning he gonna give you something to laugh at.
Yep. That's our Canadian brother. Been rocking with the lounge from day one, and we love him and we appreciate him, man. And it's funny because he's not afraid to ask the questions, you know, as a white guy in Canada. He's not afraid to ask the questions based on the topic. We have some people that shy away from it when we have topics like that. They're not always this way, but we just appreciate him for coming back no matter what and being here with us, man. Heart of a Lion, I'm back in time for the toast. Well, give us a toast.
Then put it in the comments then.
Come on, Sir Juwan. Come on, Sir Juwan. Give us
Sir
one.
Juwan, put it in the
Sir
comments.
Juwan. Maduro Melly. Melly in there too. Give us a toast, Melly.
Yeah, y'all put toast in the comments.
Give us a toast.
It's our
Give
first
us
show
some.
back.
I'm surprised you didn't join us.
Y'all put some toast in there. It's
Yeah.
our first show back. Put some damn toast in there.
Come
What's
on,
wrong
we
with
need
y'all?
some toast. Come on, Melly. What you doing? Melanie?
While we're waiting on those toasts, just
Smoking Strong in the building on Facebook.
another drop.
Last in
that-
memory says that wasn't Sir Juwan. That was her. Give us a toast then, sis. Since you got access to everybody's pages.
Well, then
got
you
Sir
put a toast
Juwan.
in there.
You put a toast in there then. We ain't gonna call
Hey,
your name out.
Another
Man, my man in the
another selfless plug. Every first Friday here in Minneapolis, we're gonna be doing a cigar lounge. So to promote all of our cigars, us being this community, hit me up. Let me know what you got, so I can once a month push your cigar in this community up here who is disconnected with what we do out here in this
So
community.
so once a month, first Friday, Minneapolis, right?
Yes.
Are y'all doing a discount thing? Like if you have a trucker's headset on, you get in for 10% off?
No, as long as you don't have a Chevalier anything, we'll give you a discount.
While
Yeah,
we waiting on,
If
while we
you
waiting on,
got Chevalier anything, it's double the cost.
hey, while we waiting on lasting memories and Maduro Melly, I'm gonna call y'all out to put toast in the comments. Let me ask you this question, Grady. You ever been in Houston and HEB pushing your water?
HEB water was in HEB.
Were you pitching to people as they walk past?
I was not there.
Headset on.
Okay.
He wore a white headset on those days.
So
That's his shirt.
the water was in HEB once upon a time, but there was a conflict of interest if I was, or a misdisclaimer, whereas HEB removed itself between the distributor and the owner of the company.
Oh, okay.
I know what the problem was. You tried to require them to buy them damn headsets, and they said no.
That's
what
right.
the
In
problem
order to
was.
communicate, in order to communicate with the customer appropriately, you need to have one of these headsets, Blue
Well, it
Parrots,
don't
in
look
order
like-
to properly sell the water.
It don't look like they finna put no toast in the comments. They was just playing.
No, B Division Limo got one in
I know
there.
we got two more toasts. We got one from
Mhm.
B Division Limo. It says, "Cheers to community and a desire to collectively build the community and our brands."
Here, here.
Cheers.
Ray keep reaching over there and pouring him a little more iced tea in the glass. I know you got a picture of iced tea over there on the side because your ass ain't sweating.
I do
Your
not.
ass ain't sweating right now. You know you be
Because it's-
sweating when you drink like a mother. You be
That's
sweating.
because it's cool. That's because it's cool in here. So
Now, I got my
last-
heat on,
What's
man.
the-
The temperature
Ray,
dropped
Ray,
from
what's the temperature, Ray?
70
What's
degrees.
the temperature? 65?
It is 55 here where I am.
Mhm.
Ooh.
It just dropped. It just dropped here. It dropped, man, a little while ago. I had to get up and
But
turn the heater on.
But I'm good because I'm in my lounge. So we got one from Stogie Strong. It says, "Toast up, my family of the leaf."
Chris,
Cheers.
cheers.
Great.
Lasting Memories got one
Grady.
in there.
Pick your glass up.
Pick your glass up, man. Here,
Lasting
we got a
memories.
couple, man. Lasting
Lasting
Memories.
memories says, cheers to everyone doing everything they can to not cuss a MF out.
Cheers.
Cheers and cheers and cheers.
Spoken from one of my favorite Christian people. Lasting memories.
Cheers 37 times on that.
Here's one by Maduro Melly.
Right here.
Cheers to the conversations that need to be had, the cigars that are yet to be smoked, and a new season of community building here at the lounge. Now that's a toast. Cheers. Thanks, Mel. Elite Stitches is in the building.
What up, Elite Stitches?
What's up? What's up, man? Cheers to Elite Stitches. Shit.
We cheers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Grady.
Max Cigar Advocate is back with another
Grady,
one.
don't let me tell you again. Pick your glass up.
Pick it up, Grady. That headset's getting heavy, man. His arm getting tired because that headset's so goddamn heavy.
Now,
Mac the Cigar Advocate got another one, Ray.
We got to Be the Vision Limo says she's going to Uncle Nearest next week, and she's excited. She says cheers to that, so we're going to cheers to that.
Shit, cheers to Uncle Nearest. Tell Fawn we said come on the show.
Yeah, when you get there, tell Fawn to come on the line.
Uncle Nearest.
Tell her call Ray and Chevalier.
Yeah. Chris,
Uncle
yes,
Nearest.
we do have to hang out. Bring your ass to Houston. So, Aisha, Grady not following the rules. He over there.
He never does.
Let his glass sitting down and shit.
But it's hard to focus on the rules when your head is getting heavy from that big ass headset.
You see his head leaning.
It's leaning to the right. That big ass speaker. That big ass 6x9.
Don't hate.
He got a
Don't
whole
hate. It's okay.
subwoofer on his
It's
head.
okay.
So
Don't hate.
Mac, the Cigar Advocate, he gave us a bonus for our first show back. He
Yes,
said,
he did.
"Here's to the mimes that kidnapped me last weekend and all the unspeakable things they did to me." Oh man, we appreciate
you can't top that guy, man. You can't beat that guy with the toast, man.
Chris, hit me up. Let me know. We'll hang out.
Melly, I'm sorry I've been using your government name, but that's what I call you. I'm just gonna start calling you Maduro government name.
So
I don't.
My toast, man. Toast to all of y'all for joining us on our first show back. It feels great to be back. My apologies for not having new commercials, but they're in the works and they are coming. I'm putting some nice things together so they will be here. But thank y'all for joining us on our first show back.
Yes.
Thank y'all for helping us to grow this platform. Cheers to y'all.
Cheers. For me, I'm not toasting again, but this is Women's History Month, so we got 2 more conversations with Chevalier. Got one coming on Monday. I'll drop my next guest this weekend for Monday. And then if you haven't had a chance, go back and watch Monday's show of Conversations with Chevalier. I posted it with Leo, CEO of Platinum Nova Cigar. She dropped some jewels for real. And this was probably one of the conversations, probably one of my favorite conversations. I mean, she really shared her story. And Sergio Juan is in the building now.
That's the memory. Say cheers to the real Sergio Juan. So cheers to Sergio Juan.
Cheers to Sergio Juan. I'm out of liquor, but cheers to him anyway.
You got to drop in there. Turn that bottle up.
You know.
So, yeah, man, y'all check out Conversations with Chevalier. He's got some great guests on there. Go back on YouTube and watch all the ones you ain't watched. Check out the Herfordor Lounge on YouTube. Go back and watch all the ones you ain't seen because I got some new ones coming that are in the works. Also, be looking out for the lounge. We got some new stuff coming from the lounge. 2 new shows that we're putting together right now. So
yes, we are.
Be looking out for that. We got a lot of things coming. We just trying to grow so that as we grow, we all grow. And on that note, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for a great night back.
And we'll see y'all next Thursday at 7.
Next Thursday at 7.
7 p.m. Central.